Guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're back with our Wilder team. We have 65,000 diamonds, so they have accumulated very fast. And within the Wilder team, we do have all of them ascended, guys. We've been adding plus 30 signature items. I think a new hero is in the horizon that is going to allow us to get another tank. I think it is going to be a tank Wilder. Kind of looks like a mountain, kind of looks like a golem. So I think he is going to fit perfectly in here. But today we're back to do a couple summons. We're going to use our stones. With the diamonds we have, we are going to save just a little bit of those. Still have a lot more to progress within the Stargazer. But here we have 18 Elite Hero Soul Stones. Boom, let's see what we get, guys. Looks like Celestial Hypogean, which it is Titus. So the tank that we just got, we might be getting another one, which is very interesting. We'll pick up the 100 diamonds out of there. And we unlocked Desira as well. So free 100 diamonds in there. Definitely utilize those when it comes to our summoning. So there we got Titus, we got Saurus, so not too bad in there. We got Damon, we got Oden, very nice. We got Tassie, we got Pippa. A lot of heroes that we're looking for out of here, which we just picked up a good amount. That was actually a pretty decent amount. I want to make sure we can't add any more, which it looks like we got a copy of Gwen there. We have a couple heroes that we can actually add to. So we're going to add some more stars on Belinda. We're going to go ahead, got a second copy there of Gwen, so she will be up to Ascended. And I think we had Wukong as well. Always picking up copies out of the Labyrinth store, building up Wukong. We also do have Athalia. Again, just picking up copies out of the different shops. Very nice. We are still looking for Lucretia. We'll max her out very shortly, but we have 1,000 of our companion points, 139 scrolls, 21 faction scrolls, guys. I want to max out Raku. We're really going to build on Raku in this one. So I want to swap this over to our Wilders. Hopefully we can pull a couple copies of Raku, which would allow us to get him all the way up to 5 stars, which we get an elite right there. It is a copy of Kaz. Kaz is good as well. We don't have her at 5 stars as of right now, so definitely picking up a couple more copies of her. We also had to put fodder in here. We have so many heroes maxed out in the Wilder faction, we actually had to drop out a couple to add fodder in there. So another elite right there, guys, which is a copy of Rose. Hoping we can get a couple more Celestials and Hypogeans. There's another elite, which is a copy of Rowan. Very nice. I think he is pretty close to being maxed out 5 stars. A lot of these faction accounts are really getting there. I need to sit down, make some solid progression in here. We should probably push into theoretically, chapter 35, 36, possibly even looking for later. I'm going to see exactly where the wall is when it comes to these faction accounts because we're limited to the heroes we're using. They might progress very well, but we don't have a lot of the desired formations. A lot of the regular meta formations we are not building because we're sticking faction specific. There is a copy of Nara. I'm really hoping getting the heroes to a plus 30 signature item, getting their furniture built will allow me to progress. Again, I'm still wondering if we're going to hit a wall with this account, which there is another copy of Kaz, so that will add another star in there. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly what comes up within the next few weeks as we continue our progression here. And there is a copy of Morrow. Very nice. Remember, unlocking him right now because I believe he is still in the heroic ship, so we can actually get some free loot just from pulling out a copy of him. We dropped him in the wish list. Maximum ascended there. We got a lot more heroes. Another star there to Nara, and it looks like a star to Kaz, as well as a lot more food in there. So that'll bring us to 2 stars on Kaz. That'll bring us to 2 stars on Nara. A lot of these off factions are starting to get completely maxed out. We're seeing a lot more ascended heroes, as well as the Celestials and Hypogeans. We're starting to pick up a considerable amount of them as well, which is very cool to see. So another elite right there, guys, which is another copy of Nara. Could be a 3rd star on there. But as we've continued with the dimensionals, I want to finish out Lucretia. From there, we don't know where we're going to go. I think I might build Zafriel. I really want to see how well he does. We got another card right there, guys, which is a copy of Mahira. Wow, so we've been doing really well with the Celestials and Hypogeans. Very cool to get another copy of a Hypogen here or there. And our final one is an elite with the common scrolls, which brings us a copy of Walker. We have 2 cards on the table. We have 2 summons here. Hopefully we're going to pull Raku, and there is a card, guys, which is a copy of Saurus. Would love to see Raku, because if not, we're going to do a couple summons specifically for him, so we can go ahead and max him out. I want to max him out because the desired hero summons are about to reset. I believe we got about 5 more days, and they will reset, meaning even if we get a new hero, he is not going to be out on the server in time to get the reset. Yep, 5 more days on there. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to pull the 4 summons for him, which will take him to 5 stars, guys. So Raku will be 5 stars. Raku has that plus 30 signature item. Just got to build out a little bit of his furniture, and he will be ready to go. So there's our first pull. 1 down, 3 more to go. The rascal, finally having him completely built on here. And I'm hoping each one of them does not take a full 3 summons to build, which that has been 1, 2, 3 so far. Still got 47,000 diamonds. There's our second copy, so we have 2 more, and he will be maxed out, guys. A lot more food in there. That adds a star to Raku and a star to Pippa as well. Final 2 stars. Hopefully, again, it doesn't take us 3 summons at a time. All the diamonds we're using is taking us away from Lucretia. I know we could just essentially delay using the desired hero summons, but there's a double, guys. Very nice. So that will complete Raku. He will be done, and we'll probably pull one right here. Should be pretty funny because that'll just be a bonus copy of him, which it is another copy of Saurus. All right, Stargazer, we have Lucretia, 38,000 diamonds. We do need 5 copies of her, guys. We need a considerable amount of copies to get her up to Ascended. Pull number 1, just some resources. Number 2 as well. Not even any elite cards. More resources on that one. Double elite cards there, but still no copies of Lucretia. There we go, guys. So 1 copy out of the way. I believe that will take her to Mythic Plus. Got some faction gear right there, which is awesome. It was Wilders. I want to see at least 1 more copy of her. We still got 3 more pulls here. Just some more resources on that. Starting to build up Dura's artifacts. Wilder card there. And the final pull here, guys, has no more copies of her. We just got 1. Very close to pulling out another copy of her, but that is the only single one we got. Right, so Raku is right there, 4 stars. Raku is 5 stars, guys. So that will max Raku out to 5 stars. Very nice. We'll add another one to Pippa. We added 1 to Kaz. We'll even add our Mythic Plus here to Lucretia. So she is almost done as well. We will continue building out these heroes. One thing that I wanted to focus on was the primary way that we're building out the Wilders. We are going to focus on engraving with Raku first. So he is actually going to be the first one. We're going to go ahead and build him up to a plus 60 is exactly where we want to take him. Once we get him up to a plus 60, we're going to build him up, or we're going to finish out his furniture, and then we're going to move over to Lyca. So we've kind of looked at a couple different options or a couple different ways that we could build these guys out. We want to make sure that we're building them out kind of in their priority. With the buffs that he gets from his plus 30, with the buffs that he gets from that plus 60. Very strong on Raku. It's going to be a very strong build indeed to get him maxed out here. This will increase his peckish ability by 2 seconds, which again is very powerful to build him out. So there's 27. We have 3 more up here, and this will take him to the plus 30, guys. There it is. Boom. If you haven't seen the Eternal Engraving unlocked, there is the ability. So reducing the peckish, plus we get the amplification because he is at 5 stars right there. The plus 60 enhances the Raku's mark whenever an enemy target is under the effects of a control ability. Raku will additionally target them with his normal attack over the next 6 seconds. So we really want him to do more damage. Now, specifically looking at our different stars, we want to build these in kind of a specific order, increasing the attack up because if we run out, we want to make sure that we have some of the attack built. Accuracy, attack speed, absolutely for him. reach level 60. So we're going to have to build these out. We want accuracy. We want haste. Then there is more haste, which of course we absolutely want. The CBR, the crit block rate and the magic resistance. And then also with this, the damage resistance and the physical resistance. Kind of the last ones that I look at building. We can build up some of the defense, get a little bit of the dodge in there. But then we will focus on these eventually, getting them to 52. Not sure we're going to have enough resources. So this is the very first hero that we have built. And we might be a little bit short, guys. We are going to be 3 short from getting him to the plus 60. But this, again, like I said, this is the very first hero. So even through all the stages, through all the advancement, through all the processes, even the AFK rewards, we did not even have enough to build one single hero to a plus 60 signature item. So let's go ahead and we are plus 60 engraving. So we do have a lot of Poe coins here. Still trying to finish out a bunch of heroes, including Lucretia. I believe we already have Ainz built. He is already at the 9 of 9. So building Lucretia, building Albedo, and building Merlin will be our next focus. So let's continue here with our furniture summons. Here we go, guys. So a mythic right off the bat. Very nice piece there from Lucretia. I sped this up a little bit so we can go ahead and get through here. Hoping to get mythic pieces specifically for the Wilders, which there is a piece for Lorzen. Very nice. I still have never seen him at 9 of 9 furniture, so it'd be awesome to build him out as well as a couple other ones. Another piece there for Almas. That's another Wilder that I haven't seen. Heard the furniture doesn't really make that big of a difference, but we're going to have to see exactly what the impact is. I know level deficiency, it makes it really easy for a hero like Almas, but even looking at his engraving doesn't seem too solid. Looking at the level 4 skills that he gets, again, the engraving overall doesn't seem too solid. Pulling a lot of Wilder furniture here, which is good. I know we're going to have a couple red cards out of this, so finishing out a few. And again, looking at Merlin, looking at Albedo, looking at a couple other heroes to really continue to build this furniture on is going to be the next direction that we're taking here. So there's another mythic piece right there. All right, so let's see what we got. 2 cards on the table. Let's go ahead and max out some of these heroes and see if we're going to use some of these cards. So we got Almas, we got Close, we got Lorzen. We only need 1. We'll go ahead and use this one on Lorzen. Again, he's a hero I've never seen with 9 of 9. I've never heard of anyone maxing out or seen him actually used with that 9 of 9 furniture, but there it is, guys. So we still do have Raku to max out on here. So let's drop out Lorzen. Looking at the Wilders, they are looking almost completely done. We are almost entirely done with the heroes that are in here. Let's drop in Ezio. Ezio with his furniture does phenomenal when it comes to the smoke bomb. Very good to build his furniture. Same with the Prince of Persia. Prince of Persia does really well building out his furniture as well because of the recall ability. So when he actually dies, he will do the cheat death and he won't die. So it's very cool. There's another piece there for Almas, which Almas might almost be completely done. I think we only needed, 2 more at this point. There's another piece for Pippa. Pippa is getting close too. And there is Albedo, guys. Let's go ahead and equip these ones up. See if we have enough red cards to max anyone else out. Look at that. My boy Almas. Many of you know that I absolutely love Groot. Such a very cool hero. So there it is, guys. The final piece there for the giant tree, making him 9 of 9. Makes his shields a little more effective, but the shielding doesn't really seem to be a game changer. It seems like a lot of heroes can even break through shields relatively quickly, or they're doing more damage with the shields. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to drop Prince of Persia in here. Like I had said early, he is very strong when you build the 3 of 9, very strong when you build out that 9 of 9 furniture. Does make a big difference with the Prince of Persia. So we got another piece right here, which is Ezio, starting to build him up. We're going to have to drop him into the Dimensional Fusion so we can go ahead and get him all fused up, guys. So we'll go ahead and recycle the furniture. And that will do it. So we're just going to speed through the campaign. I'm going to run it at full speed. I'm hoping to get through 30 stages here so we can push into 34. Again, I know we're really close with level deficiency. I'm trying every week with the faction accounts to do some sort of progression, whether it be 20, 30, 40 stages or even a full chapter. so we can catch up and really see what this team can do. Now, looking here at the heroes that we built, we do have Raku. I built him up with engraving. We do have Lyca. I built her up with engraving. And now I think I'm going to do, I was leaning towards Kaz, just for the simple fact she is another hero similar to Almas, similar to Lorzen. They're really the key reason why we built the faction accounts, was being able to see those heroes that we never get to see. When you look at tier lists, they fall in the D, C, the B, C, D, E tier. Essentially, they're not used, but a lot of them, from a lot of players, have kind of a niche use, whether it's the crowd control that Almas provides, whether it's the magical dodge that Kaz provides. There's been some niche uses for them that they've done really well outside of the Wilder faction. But I am super stoked with the patch that is coming up pretty soon. We're going to be picking up our Light Bear engraving, which I'm not sure for the Light Bearer that's going to make a difference. I want to max out Walker. I think he is going to be the first frivolous hero that I'm going to do on the Light Bears, just to prove to everyone that he's actually good, or just really, really bad, even completely maxed out. It'll be fun to see. But on the Maulers, guys, I'm absolutely loving Raku. Such a big game changer there. Respin, still a little disappointed with. He did really well when he was released, then dropped off like a rock super fast when it came to actually performing well in the campaign, as well as a couple different areas of AFK Arena. I still use him there in the bottom. Fills a very niche little slot, but ultimately we have other heroes that we can swap rate for him. Another big one in here is building out Namora. So Namora is a hero that is used late game, end game. Because of that beguile ability, they're using her for crowd control right off the bat, to go ahead and provide some cover for some of the higher level deficiencies. If you look at some of the deficiencies though, some players are running, 180, 200, 200 plus level deficiencies. In looking back even a year ago, that was absolutely unheard of. It was not feasible. Since Lilith has included, we got the signature items, then we got the furniture, now we have the engraving bonus. It just seems stacking not only heroes, the variety of heroes we're getting, but the strength that they're making of these heroes. In addition, they continue to make a lot of aspects of AFK Arena much easier. They make the campaign a little easier. We know, again, with the upcoming patch, a lot of the tower is going to be easier. A lot of the faction towers are going to be easier. They slowly, systematically kind of nerf AFK Arena while making the heroes stronger. So it's kind of a twofold there, because the heroes are getting significantly stronger as we enter, the tier 1, the tier 2. Now we have the tier 3. And we already know from months and months ago that tier 4 is already in the game. Not sure at what point we're going to implement that, but it has been in the game. Tier 3 was in the game, tier 4 was in the game, and it's probably been a year plus since we've known that. They've data mined it, and ultimately the stones that have just sat there. So tier 4 someday, and then who knows, tier 5, tier 6, God only knows where they're going to go or what they're going to do at this game. We're creeping up on 100 heroes, guys. That is right. I believe when we released the game, it was 20-something heroes, or I think even less than 20 heroes. And now we are creeping up on 100 heroes. Not sure if there's going to be any more faction releases like we've seen with the Dimensionals. But it'll be interesting to see, and interesting to see the engraving mats are still super sought after, because they are such a finite resource that we're getting out of here. So continuing with the progression, I think I'm going to do 30 stages through here. 33, 56. We'll go ahead. We'll finish out this chapter. We'll get into 34. We already have 2 other faction accounts that are in 34. So they will join the next ones that are in 34. And then we'll do the same. We'll do 20 to 30 stages going through 34, going into 35, 36, so on and so forth, until we hit an absolute brick wall where there might be a little bit of time before we're clearing any stages in AFK Arena with the faction accounts. But I personally never thought that we would run them for this long, that we would still be here, pushing the faction accounts into chapter 34, as you see here. Very, very cool to see the progression of these. And we have them all maxed out. I know we have a new Mauler coming, which would be very cool. Mauler account, can't wait, because they're all maxed out. We almost have them completely built. We have all the heroes to Ascended within the faction, but very cool. So there it is, guys. So 33 is done. We will move right back into 34. So this will do it for our campaign push. We're going to go ahead, collect up our resources, make sure that we pick up our engraving mats out of here, as well as a considerable amount of diamonds. There they are, guys, and we are getting 2 of our faction choice cards as well. So collecting up quite a few diamonds, guys. I think we're at 6,000. We might even hit over 7,000 diamonds. There it is. So for 7,000 diamonds, VIP level 11, and we got another stone there. So guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Team is getting super maxed out, and I absolutely love it. And as always, thank you guys for watching.